We are a digital and IT solution provider. We deal with website development, digital marketing, data analytics, virtual we offer virtual assistant services. So we have clients that we work with that we offer virtual assistant, maybe a 9 to 5 worker that does not have time to handle his or her business, or someone that has an idea and don't know how to go about the idea and how to gain online presence. And Tech Team Hub is always there to help such people. We offer virtual assistant, and we've trained students. We've trained students. We've trained students in data analytics, in website development, and digital marketing, also UI UX design, and we have experienced tutors. We have experienced tutors, seasoned ones that know more about these skills. So I know that website development, I know that some of us are familiar with website development. We know about website development and all. And website development is a skill, is a demandable skills that everyone needs. At least you know someone or somebody, you are close to someone or somebody that has a business or that want to start a business idea. And when we talk about gaining online presence, website development is also part of it, whereby you have for people to know that, oh, this business or this brand is valued. So they will have to, like, okay, let's see your website. Some people, some kind of brand, if they want to collect a contract or if they want to be awarded a contract, they will first ask them, let's see your website. So in the website we have maybe portfolios, maybe their previous tasks that they've worked on. And website development is a skill, it's a demanding skill that even website developer, they are really demanding for them in companies, especially for foreign companies. They are in demand of website development, and so they know that over there they charge them much more than we do here. So sometimes they make use of people here to develop their business or their brand. And tonight we'll be looking at website development, and it will be hands on. It will be hands on. It will be a practical sections. So even if you are a student or you're a 9 to 5 worker or you have your own business that you are running, this is also an additional skill for you. Even as an undergraduate, you can even have this skill and you can be using it as a side hustle. It can bring more gig for you. You don't even have to like maybe be saying all this, but when people say that, oh, this person is good with what he or she's doing, they will give you gigs. They will give you gigs. And some people think, website development is hard. How can I go about it? I put it to you this evening that website development, it is easy to handle. It is easy to create. Website is easy to develop. So for most of us that will be using these as a career, I want to tell us that how to get that job. You learn new skills like we are talking this evening, like we are discussing about it this evening. The new skills, key skills. Out of the skills that we have, it is website development. It's really demanding. People are demand because people every day people come up with different idea, different creativity idea, and they're looking for, oh, some people don't even know how to go about it. But as a website developer, if I say, oh, you go about it this way, you do it this way, for your website to do this, you have to have your website. So it's one of the key skills. And also, as a student, if you want to go into tech jobs and you're looking at website development, also the revamp of your CV and also optimize your LinkedIn. Some people, as an HR, sometimes when I come across people's CV, I'll just not but laugh because the CV is not well detailed, is not well presentable, and also your LinkedIn. If people want to look for a potential candidate for any client, they have to go through your LinkedIn. They don't even they'll first search for you in your LinkedIn. Okay, they first search the keyword. Maybe I'm looking for a content analyst. I'll just search for link on LinkedIn and type content analyst. Then it will bring up the people that optimize their CV, that put in the keywords for that particular role. So if you are here and your LinkedIn is not well optimized and you are saying you are looking, you keep putting open to work, you have to optimize your LinkedIn and also have a portfolio of projects, no matter how small it is. Have a portfolio, anything that you are working on as a website development, as a website developer rather, have a project for it. Put it in a doc, put the link in a doc so that people can have access to it. They say, okay, let's look at what you've done, and you'll be able to present it to them. With that, you are you are taking a milestone. So also get certified. For people to for you to get a role in tech, you have to have a certificate so that they can be sure that this okay truly you know about this course. And also mentorship. Be open to socialize, be open to engage with people in that network environment. And also internship. I know most of us are like, oh, I don't know how to, I've learned these skills, but I don't know how to just go into the tech industry. So you have to like you have to start with maybe internship. With that you can have portfolios, with that you can have recommendation. So I think I will stop here and not to waste our time, and so we can get hands on done. I will give the mic to our tutor to take us through it. So hi Dami, can you please take up the mic?
Okay. All right. So it's going to be hands-on tonight. Yes, we had a previous webinar where we talked about just an introduction to website development. What really is a website? The components of a website, the benefits of having a website, the career path that you have when you have a website development skill. All right. So, and just like the admin said, website developers are in high demand now. Everywhere there's this demand for websites, you know, because you use it for your business, use it for your brand, for your organization, and so when you have this skill, you're hot cake outside. So tonight we just be diving into it. And in the last webinar, I mentioned that for websites, so for website development now, you can build a website with code, and then you can also build a website without code. So in this webinar tonight, I'm going to be showing us the two, right? So I'm going to start with the building with code first, because even if you want to build with no code, you need to understand some basics, some basics of, okay, how do you even do these things with code, understand certain things, certain components, certain elements of the website, right? So now every website has components, right? Every website is built with what is called HTML, right? So that is the language for building websites. So think about HTML as more like the structure of the website. Say you want to build a house, you get everything set there. You put in your cement, you put in your blocks, you put in your wood, you get everything ready, right? So that's more like HTML for you. So it gives you like the structure of the website, how the website will look, all right? Everything, every element that will be on the website. By element, I'm talking about things like your text, your images, your buttons, videos, anything that will be on your website, all right? HTML takes care of that, right? And then it has a structure, you know, it has a syntax. This is the way you do it, to achieve the results. And then for HTML, when you're talking about HTML now, you talk about tags, right? So every of those elements that you have on a website, they are inside something called a tag. So a tag is more like a container, right? You get your images inside the tag, you put it on your website. You get the videos inside the tags, you put it on your website, the videos. So you do it, you put all your elements inside the tag, and then you just place it on your website. Now, the CSS is just saying that, okay, I really want to organize this thing very well. I want to put this thing in the right place. Okay, there should be a space here between this element and this element. You know, you want to paint it, you want to make it nice, you want to make it so beautiful. That is talking about your CSS. It's more like saying that, okay, you want to give it a makeup, right? Make it look so beautiful, just like you're building a house. If you say you want to paint it now, you know, you're giving it some fine look, some fresh look, right? And then you also have JavaScript is just like, okay, you want to make your website interactive. So let's just dive into it now. So when you're starting now, everything needs to be inside a parent tag. You know, I told you that all the elements on the website will be inside tag. And now the parent tag is what we call the HTML tag, right? So now I'm going to explain this. Now every tag, most of the tags have something called opening tag and closing tag, right? So I told you that this HTML tag is like the parent tag where other tags will be inside. So, and most tags have the opening. So this is the way you write it. This is the syntax for writing it. You know, you see the way it's written here, the opening tag and then the closing tag, right? So let's do this. And then when you have the parent tag, okay, by the way, what I'm using is just a code playground, right? Is where I can write my codes and then I'll see the result being displayed here. So whenever you're writing codes, you know, you can use a code editor. A editor is where you write your code, right? In this case now, I'm using an online code editor or more like a code playground because I can just put in my code and then see the results here, you know, very quick, right? So you can just go to this. If you want to follow me in doing this, you can just go to this website, codepen.io, right? You create an account on it and then you start. It is very easy to do. So, but not to waste time, you know, let's just continue. So when you do this parent tag, right, you can now say, okay, I want to segment this, you know, everything mustn't be modeled up, you know, you just want to segment it, put structure to it, right? And then you can now do something called an head tag, right? And then I will tell you everything that will be in this head tag, right, in just a moment. So this head tag is where you can put things like the title of your website. You know, you can also put things like your meta description, you know, your meta tags rather. And for your meta tags, you have so many meta tags that you can put in it. A very important one, especially for SEO, search engine optimization, that is if you really want search engine to see your website, a good meta tag is meta description, right? So, but because of that, without those tags, you know, our result will still display. So because of time, let me just put the title there. So say for instance, I want to build a landing page for sneakers, right? So I'm just going to say sneakers landing page, sneakers landing page, landing page. All right. So now this title that you are seeing, it's not going to be displayed there, right? This title is just meant to give you the title of the website. So for instance, you can see these tabs over here, you know. Now when you go to a website, okay, for instance, let me see which website I can. Okay, so you can see this tab over here now. You can see this text team hub, right? Digital marketing agency. That is the title of the website, right? So it's not going to be here. It's not going to be in the body of the website. It's just going to be on this browser tab, right? You can see it there. You know, you can see it there. And then when you can inspect this website. Okay, just a minute. You can inspect it. Inspecting means that okay, you want to check the code that was used to build this website. All right, is that, let me see. Okay, let me use that is Control Shift I to get this. Okay, uh, this is not to be responding now. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, great, great. So when you come to elements, you know, you can check the code that was used to build this website. You can check it, and then when you can see now that the structure of it, you can see the HTML tag here, right? And then you can see the heading tag. So when you expand it, right? When you expand it, you can see the title tag here that we're talking about, right? So this is not going to show in the body of the website. It's just going to be up here for you to know that, okay, this is the title of this website. And it is very important, especially in SEO. These title tags and then the description of it. You can see the description right here. All right, so let's just continue. So we have that, and then okay, so now another tag is the body. Now the body is very important because this is where you put all those elements that you want to be appeared, you want appeared on your website. It's very, very important. And then so, like I said, you're building a landing page for your sneakers, right? So by a landing page, let me give you an example. Okay, let me see. So this is an example. Okay, so this is an example of it, you know, or a sales page, to sell your product or to to collect your customers' details. You can see, you can see here, you can see here. So we are not going to do all this because of time, but I'm just going to show you the basic things, to get something like this. So now let's just go on. So okay, we can use this one as a reference. So we can see here that they have something called an heading, right? An heading for this page. So we're going to put that. And to do that now, there are tags that you can also use for it. They are called heading tags, and there are 6 types of them. So I'm just going to show us very quickly. So there's something called an H1 tag, right? So once I do it now, so let me just put in my hello. Okay, so you can see the result being displayed there, right? So let me just copy this H2. So all these basics are very important for you to know, even if you want to do no code. You need to know all these things. They are very, very, very important. So I guess somebody is seeing the difference already. You can see. So up to H6. Now the difference is just in the size of it and in the importance of it. So on every page now, the H1 is the most important. And ideally, a good developer knows that for every web page, there should be only one H1 tag on it, especially for SEO purpose. So H1 tag is just saying that, okay, this is the heading of the page. I know that the content of the page will be talking more about this. The H2 can be things like subheading, right? And then the H3, right? So in this case now, we just need the H1. So I'll delete this. So I'm going to delete that. Okay, I have this. Then I want to change this. Okay, so let me just pick this. Let me pick this Eddie. Step into comfort and style with these beautiful Crocs. Okay. So my own is sneakers. So at least it's different. Okay, step into comfort and style. I guess so. Comfort and style with well, let me just put one because I'm going to be using just one with these beautiful sneakers. I know a lot of us will love sneakers. All right. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just going to put this one there like this, right? So Remember, I told you that HTML is just for structuring your website. You know, every element that you want to be on your website is just for you to put it there. It's just meant for you to put it there, right? It is the CSS that does the styling, and then we're going to go there very, very soon. But we need to really get this first, right? So I've done that already, and then I can now use another tag. So for instance, now I need to add an image, right? Going by this, I need to add an image. So how do I do that now? Okay, so then use something called the image tag. Now remember I told you that most of the tags have opening and closing, but there are some tags, they have only one tag, right? They just have only one tag. An example of it is the image tag, and this is it, right? So now how do you now get your image into it? Then you use this image tag now as an attribute that I can use to get the source of the image, and it is characterized by this src, meaning source of the image. So to now get it, you just put an equal to, right? And then you put your quote, and then you put the image URL. That is the location of the image. So in this case now, I'm just going to go to a site and then pick an image here, you know, the beautiful image of the sneakers to be displayed here. Okay, it's almost loaded. All right, so I'm just going to search for sneakers here. I hope you're following. If you're following me, you can just drop a thumbs up. You know. All right. So okay, yeah, I'm trying to move very fast because of I don't want to keep us. It's already late. Yeah. So okay, these are beautiful pictures. So what I can do is okay. Let me go for this, and I'll click on this. By the way, this is a website where you can get free images. And get beautiful images from. Right. So there's an option for me to download it, right? But to make things very quick, I'm just going to copy, right click on this, and then copy the image address, right? So just follow me. Okay. So once I copy this, I'm just going to drop it here. So once I drop it, yeah, notice it. Okay, let me just drag this up to see. Okay. So we can see we have our heading tag here, the heading, right? And then we have our image, small, it's looking like this, Abby. Okay, but then it's going to look like this, like this very soon. Okay, so let's just see what next. And then there's another text here. Okay, so and then a button. So let's just quickly do that. So you notice that this text is actually very small, you know. So, and we've used H1 already, and just like I said, there should be just one H1 on every page. So now let's just pick something, let's just choose something here. So what can we use for this? So let's see. Okay, let's just go for the H2 tag here. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can put there. Step into comfort and style with these beautiful sneakers. Okay. Yeah, we can do something like free delivery. Yeah, people do this a lot. And payment on delivery. Payment on delivery. Payment on delivery. Okay. Yeah, please just follow me very, very. Just give me your attention. So free delay and payment on delivery. So let's see if this is showing. Yeah, we can see that it's showing here. See that it's showing here, right? So you might be thinking that, oh, this is not looking beautiful enough, there's no color and everything. That is the work of CSS. We are still getting there. We are getting there very, very soon. But I want us to, before we do some styling, I want us to put the button. So now for the button, now you have your button tag here, right? You have your button here. And then inside your button now, you can put another tag, which is for links, right? Of course, when somebody clicks on a button, you want them to want it to take an action, right? Maybe send the person to another page, it should jump to another section on the website, or it should do something, right? Yeah. So we're just going to add it. A tag. Yeah, the A tag. Okay, right. And then for the A tag now, it has something called the href, right? And then that's where you want this button to go to, or the action you want it to perform, right? So, but in this case now, okay, let me just put something for now. For now, let me put something. Let me put. Okay, I'm still going to explain this very soon. I'm going to explain it very soon. So, but before then, let's just do some styling. And then, okay, before then, there's another thing now. You know, we have three segments now, or you can say sections. This head, this body, and then there's also something called the footer. You know, these are tags that make your code to be so neat and organized. You know, so your footer you can put things like maybe your social media handle, maybe your email, your contact details, your copyrights. You can put some of those things in your footer. But we're not going to dive into that now. So let's just do some styling now. Right. So for the styling now, first thing we want to even do is to like everything is just pushed. We see this pushed to the left here. We want to make it to come to the center. Right. So what we do now is to now pick each of the tag. And then there's a way we can apply styling to multiple tags. I'm still going to tell us that. So let's also for the H1 first. So you pick the name of the tag, pick the name of the element, right? You pick it, and then you just do a curly braces. You do a curly braces, right? And then, so what do we want to do for this now? We want to put this to the center, right? Now, there's an attribute called text align, right? So you want to align all the text here. So there's something called the left one. This is the left. There's something called, sorry, pardon. Something called the right one. This is the right. And then there's something called the center one. The center. Can you see how it's moving? The center one. So okay, we've done that for this. Now this image too. This image. Okay now. So how can we even do it now? This image also, we do it. We do it. Now we need to set something called the display of this display, right? And then we just want it to be block. Just remain as block. Now, if you want to add, you know, multiple styling, for instance, to one of these, I'm trying to break it down for us to an element, right? So to add the next one, you just do a semicolon and then you move to the next line, right? And then I'll do something called a margin, and then I'll set this to auto. You can see how this moves to the center, right? So margin means the spaces, the spaces outside of this element, the spaces here, the spaces here. When you set it to auto, you are saying that, oh, see, just do this automatically. And then when you're telling it is to do it automatically, it's going to center align it, right? Places at the center here, at the center here, at the center here. And then, okay, so for this last one too, the H2, let's just quickly do for that. H2, yeah, I'm going over all these basics because it's very important, even if you want to know code. So let's just quickly do a text align for that to center. All right. Okay, so this is here, this is here, this is here. Right. So now let's just go back. Now you can see that there's a background color here. Everything here is, you know, everything here is a background color for it. You know, you can see the background color here. Now, so okay, so for that now, this is now what we can do. This is what we can do. Now, you can for this now you can put it inside something called a div. This means like a division, right? Sorry. Okay, this should be inside the body. Yeah, inside the body. Okay, right, and then okay. So let's close it here. Div. Right. So I'm putting this in a div because, of course, I want to apply after applying the color to this div now. I want to create another div that will have another color. Right. So that's why I can't even apply it to the body, or else everything, all the elements are put on this page, that color will apply to it. So I just want to put it inside a div and apply that color to this div. Right. And then I can now say I want to give this div something called a class, just to distinguish it from other div. And then I'll say that this class now, let me say it is hero, right? And then so when I now want to style it, you can see that this instead of me saying that okay, because this is a div tag, because it has a class, I can now use this class. And then I'm going to put a dot, put hero, right? And do this. And then I'll put a background color. Right? And say, okay, so let me see a color that can work for this. Okay, let me just pick red. Let me just pick red. Hey, I think this is looking off. Ah, oh, okay. Well, let's just continue. Let's just continue. This is kind of looking off, but let's continue. Oh, we should just okay. Let's use gray. Let's use gray. Hmm, hmm. Well, or we can just for demo, let's just leave it like that. Yeah, because it's looking off. So this is what we'll do instead. We'll just change the color of this. We change the color of this. So we can now say, let's now go to this H1 and they apply it to it. But that's how to change background color. Background color is the attribute. Okay, so let's add another one to this, and then that is called color. Right. So now let's say we want to make this red. We want to make this red. And you might even say that, oh, this H1, the size is not big enough. You can see this one that it's very big. Then you can do something about it. So you can use another called the font size. The font size, right? You can use the font size and then you can say, I want to make this very, very, very big, right? So let me say you want to use 100, you can see it's covering thing. So you can reduce this. You can say maybe 50 you want it to be good. Is this good? Okay, let's see 30. Let's see 30 pixel. You know, you can also even do this in instead of pixel, you can use percentage, you can use EM and REM. Don't bother yourself about those. If you really want to learn deep, I guess the admin will speak to us again about a plan for that is coming up. And you see, you mustn't miss it. You mustn't miss it. Yeah, so because I'm going to be breaking all these things down very well for us to understand, and by the time we are done, we'll be so good. All right, so we have that, we have that, we have that, we have that. Do I still have some time? Okay. So, well, let me just stop here for this, you know. But this is very interesting, and then it's very good that you know the basics for all these things. There are so many tags that are being used on the website. You know, every website. Well, one thing you can do is to go on any website and then inspect it, and then see all the elements that are being used on that website. You know, and then if there's a tag or element that is new to you, right? You can just okay, how are they doing it, and see. The best thing is to have somebody to teach you, to take you through all those things. And I believe the admin would communicate to us after this webinar a plan on that I shouldn't miss. It's an offer that I can't even afford to miss. All right, so now let's jump into no code. Right, so we've written some bit of coding, but what if you don't even want to be writing so much code? You just want to be dragging and dropping. For instance, you want to drag and drop this H, you want to drag and drop this image, this heading, this button. Okay. All right. Okay, all right. Thank you. So, let's just quickly go. Okay, so and then let me see what I can do. Mm, Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I have a page here now. Hmm. Now this one now is very this we have come into no code now. I've come into no code, and okay, so let me just a minute. Okay, so I have a blank screen now to work with, and see now we are just going to do what we did here, right? You know, this element, and then you see in a matter of minutes how easy it is to complete this. So now the first thing is you're picking this heading, right? So when we now go to our no code platform, all right, so you can see here now under the elements, you can see heading, right? So when you click on this heading, it comes here, right? So you can now put in your text. So because of time, let's just copy this. Let's just copy it. Okay. So let's just copy this, and then let's just put it there. You can see it's there now. Now, this is the role I said you need to know those basics, right? So, for instance, you just come on your no-code platform and you are seeing H2 and you don't even know the meaning of H2, right? You don't know that it's heading 2. You can see why it's very important to at least know to a reasonable extent, know everything about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, at least for you to go into no code, right? You can see this is an H2 tag, right? And then you can now put heading. Yeah, I forgot to mention, there's the P tag, that is for paragraph, that is for adding paragraph, you know, to your website. So I'm changing this one to H1 now because I want it to be an H1, right? And then so we now text align this, just like we did here, text align center. Okay, so what I will do is I'll go to my styling, because I told you this CSS now is for styling, right? You can see with no code, it's very easy, but if as easy as it is, if you don't know how to do it, you can mess up a lot of things on this. You can mess up a lot of things. That is why you need to be taught. You need the right experts to guide you through on how to do everything. It is very, very sensitive. You can just do something and then you spoil everything. So I'll go to my styling here now. This one is more like putting all my tags, HTML, and then the styling, you can see. And then what I'll first do is this alignment. I'll center align it. Can you see? I'll center align it, and then the next thing is to change the color to red. Okay, so I'll go to this text color, and then I'll just find where my red is. Where my red is, can you see? It's looking good, right? So the next one now is to add the image. So without writing code, but at least you need to know what you are doing. So I want to put in my image now. So what should I now do? Okay. So then I want to add an element again, right? So this is my image here. I just want it to be here, right? And then I'll choose the image I want to use. I'll choose the image I want to use. Okay, there are some nice images here, but I want to use this exact image here. So I'll just use it, just like I inserted the address there. So let me just pick this again. I'm just going to pick this and then insert it. You can see the preview of it. You can see the preview of it, right? And then I'm just going to insert it. You can see it. You can see it. You can see. You can see. You can see. All right. Then I want to add another text, right? Because we are following this. I want to add this free delivery. Let me just copy it. Free delivery and payment on delivery. Okay. So let's go back. Okay. So going to add another element again, and this one is still going to be heading, right? I'll add it here. I'll paste it here. Now in this case now, let me now use P for you to see. You can see it's more like you're writing paragraph text. So let me just leave it as P, and then let me just center line this, right? And to even change let me do something now to change this element. Now you can give it a background color, right? So when I come to my advanced here, I can go to background and give it some color. And give it some color. So let me say I'm giving this, let me give it black, right? And then I can say I want to add some bit of spacing here, some bit of spacing here, you know. So let me say I'm adding this for it, and then I want you to change this color to white. And I'm just going to change it to white, right? You know, it's looking good, right? And then the last thing is here that is there, I think is the button. Yeah, the button. We didn't add anything there, but let me just show you. Let me show you. By the way, you can put something. I didn't put anything here. I'm just reading. Sorry. Yeah, there can be, yeah, you know, let's say by now, right? Inside of it, inside, and then where you want it to go to. So let's just go back here. Uh so there's a button there too. Button. So I just put the button here, and then and for this button too, so I want to align to the center. And I want to say I want to change the color. You can see very, very quick, what took us many minutes to do here, with no code, you can do it, but then you need to know what you're doing. You need to know what you're doing, you need to know what you're doing, right? So, and then we can now say, where should it link to? So this link now is what is here, right? What is here? So where should it even link to? Now let me say I want it to go back to, okay, let me just pick the site. All right. So once I click it, I want it to go to this site. So I'm going to add it there. Right. So I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this. Right. And then I'm going to click and publish. Right. So now let's have a look. Now this is the website. You can see looking so nice, so nice, so nice. You know, in a matter of how many minutes, right? But then you need to know what you're doing, because there are a lot of things that are involved for you to even get to this stage. There are a lot of configurations, there are a lot of things you need to know when setting up, especially the back end. There's a back end that it has. You need to understand all those things perfectly. So many things you need to understand, and then that is why you shouldn't miss what the admin will talk about next, after this webinar. Yeah, so I think that's it from me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.